John Beltran back with you. As the Beat Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush, available 24/7 for your banking needs. For the Beat Diggers, they go with junior Aurora Thomas, sophomore Maddie Rule, and then three seniors, Bills and Cammie Sweeney in the middle, and Quincy Sagelkey. And as for Estes Park, 5'1" junior guard Kenzie Brown, Lindsay Kufeld, a 5'3" senior guard, along with Carly Crastille, a 5'4" junior guard. Chelsea Neuendrop, a senior at 5'4", and then Anna Weibel, who is a junior at 6'3". The Beat Diggers definitely have the size advantage, even though Weibel certainly could give them a lot of trouble. She'll jump center. Here with Quincy Sagelkey. Opening tip brought to you by Buildings by Design. The experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. And the opening tip is controlled by Estes Park. Here's Crastille with a basketball near the top. Looking right, feeds Brown. Brown at the free throw line for Weibel. Lobs it right side for Neuendrop, off her hands out of bounds, and that's one of the issues for the Bobcats this season. They just want to control the basketball. They will press. The Beat Diggers have been able to handle the press pretty well this season. Backcourt, Sweeney with the basketball. Over to Thomas, crosses midcourt. Thomas right of the lane, bounce pass off the foot of Weibel, out of bounds. And that's the other thing the Beat Diggers have got to stop doing. They did it last night a little bit too much. They tried to force passes. To throw it in is Maddie Rule. Swings it right side for Thomas. Lobs it right of the lane to Bills. Right corner, three, Rule. Around and no good. And the ball is tipped around, and it's out of bounds, and it's off of Sagelkey. Estes Park will have the basketball. Crastille to throw it into. The Beat Diggers apply the pressure, which they did on a moderate level last night, but Strasburg was able to break it. Sagelkey knocks it out of bounds. And if the Beat Diggers can generate a big lead, then they would certainly take the pressure off. Crastille to throw it in. Lobs it towards Weibel into the front court. Dribbling right of the lane all the way. Scoops it up off the glass. Around and no good. And the ball is out of bounds. It is off of Estes Park. And again, the Bobcats will pressure. This will normally extend a game. Bounce pass into Thomas. Back out to Sagelkey. Rule breaks the press. Dribbling right of the lane. Into the lane. Bounce pass left baseline. Bill shot is up. Air ball. Missed it badly, obviously. Kufeld has the rebound for Estes Park. Kufeld into the front court. No score. We played nearly a minute. Over to Crastille near the top for Weibel. Looking. Dribbles into the lane all the way. Off the back of the rim. No good. And Cammie Sweeney tips the ball to herself. There's the outlet to Thomas. Long chest pass to Sagelkey. Dribbles, banks, and scores. That's the way this game starts for the Beat Diggers. They apply the pressure. Brown in the backcourt. Jump pass to Weibel. Breaks the press. Over to Kufeld. Outside left. Three in the air. Off the back of the rim. And the long rebound is controlled by Aurora Thomas. Thomas dribbling right baseline. She's got numbers 4-on-3 all the way off the glass. Too strong. And the ball is loose. Sagelkey, who grabbed 10 rebounds last night, is fouled. As she grabbed this one, Kenzie Brown commits the foul. Sagelkey, in fact, had 11. Roll to throw it in. Looking. Feeds it to Bills. Little 10-footer off the glass, no good. Ball is loose, and Brown has it for Estes Park. Over to Crastille. Crastille on the outside left picks up the dribble. Still looking outside left to Brown behind the three-point line. Takes a dribble to her right. Down low for Weibel. Dribbles, turns, and then the shot is blocked over there by Cammie Sweeney. Taken away by Sagelkey. Ahead to Maddie Rule. Drops the ball, picks it back up, leans, banks, and scores. Maddie Rule makes it 4-0 Brush. Not smooth basketball here by even the Beat Diggers, even though they have the lead. Here's Kufeld, bounce pass front court to Weibel. Weibel with Sweeney to beat. All the way, left-handed layup, miss. She's fouled. Sweeney commits her first. And Weibel to the line to shoot the deuce for Estes Park. 4-0 Brush, 5:42 to go in the opening quarter. Well, they're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle. Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. First free throw is back rimmed. Second free throw upcoming for Weibel. That's in the air. That's off to the left. Sweeney grabs her second rebound. There's the outlet to Rule. Rule bounce pass outside right to Thomas. Lob down low for Segelke off the bottom of the rim out of bounds, but it touched a Bobcat before that. And to throw it in three-quarters court is Segelke. Over to Thomas on the high left. Dribbles to her right against Brown. Right side to Rule. Fakes a three. Dribbles to her right along the baseline. Cross court at the top for Segelke. Right of the lane for Bills. Jump pass towards Rule, but she was cutting towards the middle. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Beat Diggers commit the turnover. And now to throw it in will be Crastille. In the backcourt to Neuendrop. And then Segelke knocks it out of bounds. Wow, this is getting very choppy in the beginning. Crastille looking, still looking. And bound to Neuendrop. Back to Crastille underneath her own basket. Swings it to Brown. Brown crossing midcourt. Picked up by Rule. Swings it at the free throw line for Weibel. Dribbles right baseline into two defenders. Puts it up and an air ball. Rule grabs a rebound for the Beat Diggers. Rule by herself into the front court. Dribbles high right. Middle of the lane. All the way. Left-handed layup off the glass is too strong. Sweeney rebounds and scores. From about a foot away for Cammie Sweeney. 6-0. Beat Diggers continuing to apply the pressure. Crastille throws it in. Gets it to Neuendrop. Now to Brown. Nearly fouled in the backcourt double team. Her bounce pass then is intercepted by the Beat Diggers. Thomas to Segelke. Banks it in. Segelke now has 4. Brush leads 8-0. 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. Crastille looking backcourt finds Neuendrop. The pass over to Brown. Still in the backcourt. Double team. Tries to get out of traffic. And an excellent timeout there called by Kyra Stark because she was trapped, had nowhere to go. And let's see, that's a 30. We'll keep it right here either way. 8-0 in favor of the Beat Diggers. 4:23 to go in the first quarter. The boys' game to come after 4 o'clock since this one started about 7 or 8 minutes after the scheduled time. And yeah, if the Beat Diggers can build up a sizable double-digit lead, I'm sure they'll take off the press as head coach Bill Nichols has customarily done. Segelke with 4, Maddie Rule with 2 points, and Sweeney with 2. Beat Diggers are also out rebounding Estes Park in the early going 7-2. Crastille along the side in the backcourt to throw it in for the Bobcats. There's the inbounds pass to Brown. Back to Crastille on the outside right against Rule, dribbling into the lane all the way, scoops it up off the back of the rim, no good. Cammie Sweeney has the rebound. That's her 4th. There's the outlet to Segelke. Now Thomas. She's got a 2-on-3. Thomas has the ball stripped by Brown out of bounds. Beat Diggers retain possession. And to throw it in will be Segelke. In the right corner for Bills. Bounce pass to Segelke underneath the basket. Off the glass. Too strong. Rebound to Segelke. Turns. Hooks and misses. But she's fouled on the hook shot. And the foul is committed by Weibel. So Segelke to the stripe. And she will shoot a deuce, and the free throw is short. Second free throw is upcoming for Quincy Segelke. The senior bends, shoots, and scores. Although she got a lot of rim, and it went in on the high bounce. 9-0 Brush. Beat Diggers continuing to apply the pressure into the front court. The pass is knocked out of bounds, intended for Brown by Segelke. Segelke now with 5 points. And bounce pass to come from Brown. Lobs it towards the free throw line. Weibel has it behind a three-point circle. Weibel lobs it down low. Poked away by Kerr. Just came into the game. Taken by Segelke. Segelke at the top. Swings it right corner for Maddie Rule. Penetrates. Dribbles by two. Pulls up and is fouled on the shot as she misses from about 5 feet away in the right baseline. And we have a technical, I believe, also called to the Bobcats. And Weibel committed the foul and the technical. So we'll have the 2 free throws for the personal, then the 2 free throws for the technical, and then the Bead Diggers will also have possession. So this could be about a 13-0 game if the free throws are made, and this one is in by Maddie Rule. Second free throw upcoming for the sophomore, and that's in as well. Now she will attempt the 2 technicals as Brush leads 11-0. That one is up, and that one is off the back of the rim. Now the third free throw. By the way, the first points of the game by the Bead Diggers were brought to you by MMI International. When buying a mixer or feeder truck, nothing compares to the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. Your operation deserves the best. MMI, they outperform hands down their competition. They're not afraid to stand behind their product. MMI International. The fourth free throw was good. She went 3 out of 4 from the line. Maddie Kerr, right side to Thomas. In the right corner for Sweeney. 12-0 Brush. Right of the free throw line, Segelke. Now to Rule. Wide open 3. Yes. Maddie Rule now has 8 points in the game. A steal by Thomas all the way. She banks and misses, but she's fouled off the turnover. Aurora Thomas will be at the stripe. And the foul was on Lindsay Kufeld. Now Thomas to shoot 2. And that one is up and short. With the Bead Diggers up by 15. Jada Braggs checks in for Kenzie Brown for the Bobcats. Second free throw upcoming for Thomas, and that is up, and that is in. Bead Diggers now lead 16-0. They'll continue to pressure, but I'm sure this won't go beyond the first quarter. Chest pass into Braggs. Braggs into the front court, and foul by Odell from behind. Yeah, she went for the steal. That's a lot of hands that Odell used there. Going for that steal and got a little bit lazy with the footwork. She's going to get plenty of playing time along with a lot of these other players who don't start. Crasteel to throw it in. And stolen by Rule, intended for Braggs. Rule all the way, banks and scores. And Rule's having a huge first quarter with 10, 18-0 Brush. 3:03 to go. Steal by Kerr. Kerr underneath the basket, lost the basketball. And let's see, a Bobcat has it, and Braggs tied up by Rule. Bead Diggers retained possession because Estes Park won the opening tip. And now a full timeout called by Estes Park. 2:58 to go, first quarter. It is Brush 18, Estes Park nothing. Let's take a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Sydney Odell will throw it in for Brush to Quincy Segelke. Pulls up for 5 off the glass and missed it. And the rebound and put back is missed over there by Odell. Then Sweeney misses it. And now we're going to whistle a foul against the Bead Diggers. Foul on Segelke. That'll be her first. With 2:50 to go before the break, and now the Bead Diggers will sag defensively and not apply the pressure. They've got a sizable lead. Into the front court is Kufeld for Estes Park. Lobs it over to Avicia, and has the ball stolen. She just came into the game. Taken away by Odell. 7 turnover for the Bobcats. Rule on the outside right to Odell. Odell looking down low, still looking. Lobs it cross court to Kerr. Kerr on the outside left, bounce pass. Sweeney left baseline, jump pass to Rule. Rule right of the lane's going to back it out. Over to Maddie Kerr. Kerr on the high left. Beautiful bounce pass to Odell. Dribbles right to the free throw line. Back out to Kerr. Wide open left wing 3 in the air. Yes, beautiful by Maddie Kerr. Nothing but string. And the Bead Diggers now lead 21-0. As the junior knocks it down for Brush. Braggs 15-footer. That is short. Sydney Odell with a strong side rebound for the Bead Diggers. There's the outlet to Maddie Rule. We got a minute 52 to go in the opening quarter, and Brush leads 21-0. Bounce pass outside right for Odell, picked up by Braggs, dribbling right baseline. Cut off over there. Back out to Bill, straight away to Kerr. Near the left corner for Rule. Rule back out to Kerr. Bead Diggers trying to swing it around quicker based on the coaching instructions. Now to Bills, inside to Sweeney. Sweeney back out to Rule, penetrates, and then she's fouled as she drove to the basket. Let's see if that was Lucy Baker who committed the foul. And already the Bobcats have built up 16 fouls. And their 6'3 player, Weibel's got half of those. Free throw by Rule is good. Rule now has 11 in the opening quarter, including 4 out of 5 from the line. Second free throw is good as well. It rattles in. Rush with a 23-0 lead. Well, they shut out front here for a quarter and a half. They might do the same to Estes Park with only a minute 19 to go. Long three is going to be off the bottom of the backboard, missed by Kufeld, taken by Maddie Rule. Rule across the timeline. On the outside right to Kerr, swings it cross court to Odell. Fakes the three, dribbles at the free throw line, over to Maddie Kerr. Kerr in the lane to Bills, 14-footer good off the glass. Just inside the free throw line. Bill scores for the first time. That's a 6 different Bead Digger in the scoring column. 25-0 with 49 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Castile guarded by Odell. Bounce pass outside right for Braggs. Braggs looking back out towards Castile. Castile maintains the dribble, lobs it down low, and a foul on the Bead Diggers. That'll be the 14th foul. Foul committed by Maddie Kerr, her first. Molly Link checks in for Brush. And when you get a game that's this out of hand, the one thing you want is just to keep the fouls at a minimum. Brown to throw it in. Swings it on the outside right to Kufeld. Back out towards Brown in the bounce, and she's fouled by Odell. And that was 20 feet away from the basket. 15th foul against the Bead Diggers. And it'll be Brown to trigger it in again. Brown looking, lobs it outside left to Kufeld. Back out to Castile. In the left corner, Kufeld, three is in and out, nearly went down. The ball is volleyballed into the hands of Molly Link. We have 22 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Into the front court is Rule. Right corner to Odell. Thought about the three, straight away to Kerr. Kerr with 14 seconds to go. Out of Maddie Rule with 11. Rule cross court to Kerr with 9. In the left corner, Odell fakes a three, steps in, 15-footer. Back rimmed it. Rule with a rebound for Brush. Time is running down. Rule with one. She's going to have to put it up, and she just dribbles out the clock. She did not know how much time was left, but really didn't matter. The Bead Diggers put together a humongous first quarter. It's a 1-minute break. It's Brush 25, Estes Park nothing on 1010 KSRR and KSRR.com. We begin the second quarter. Maddie Kerr, Sydney Odell, Aurora Thomas with the ball, Molly Link and Callie Bills. The Bead Diggers leading in Estes Park 25-0. On the outside right is Kerr, back out to Odell, left corner for Thomas. Lobs it down low for Bills, single team. Back out to Thomas, to Link, 5-foot turnaround. Back rimmed it, no good. And the ball is loose, tipped into the hands of Lindsay Kufeld. Here comes Kenzie Brown out there with Anna Weibel, Carl Castile, and Chelsea Neuendrop. On the outside left, Castile with the basketball, guarded by Odell, dribbling to her left. Left corner, Weibel, 15-footer, air ball. Molly Link boxes out beautifully and has the basketball for Brush. On the outlet to Kerr. Kerr, chest pass, front court for Thomas. Thomas back out to Kerr straight away. On the outside right to Odell, straight away for Kerr. On the left wing to Thomas. Back to Maddie Kerr straight away. High right for Odell. Just moving it around beautifully. Kerr on the high left to Thomas. Pass towards Kerr, dribbles by a defender at the free throw line. The right, Odell pulls up for a three. It's off the back of the rim, and Weibel has the rebound. That is her first for Estes Park. Weibel across the timeline for the Bobcats. Swings it right side for Brown. Brown scored pass to Castile. Castile against Odell, dribbles to her left. Picks up the dribble, lobs it to Weibel in the lane. She shoots, and she's short with that shot. Callie Mills with a beat digger rebound to Aurora Thomas. Thomas to the top for the beat diggers. Right side, Maddie Kerr. Back out, little cross court left wing for Thomas. Straight away to Kerr. Beat diggers just spreading it out. Almost like a 3-2 type of set. Thomas left wing, wide open three is off the back of the rim, and the ball is loose. Weibel has it for Estes Park. Neither team has scored here in the second quarter in the opening 2 minutes. Crasteel against Kerr, outside left for Kufeld, and then her bounce pass intercepted by Maddie Kerr. Kerr with one to beat all the way, feeds Thomas, little 5-footer, pulled the string, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Kenzie Brown of Estes Park. Still 25-0, 5:44 to go, second quarter. From Estes. Brown on the outside left to Crasteel. Lobs it at the free throw line for Neuendrop. She's fouled. That'll be a team foul against the Beaters. Maddie Kerr got her across the wrist. Oh, we did play nearly 2.5 minutes without a whistle, which in games like this, you just want the game to move as quickly as possible. Both teams, though, have 16 fouls, so all fouls from here on out will merit free throws or free throw. Right away with the basketball, Kufeld, three in the air, is off the bottom of the net out of bounds. Beat digger basketball as Camden Arnold checked in for Estes Park. And here comes Brush the other way. Kerr on the outside left to Odell. Cross court to Thomas. Wide open right wing three is off the back of the rim and off the top of the backboard out of bounds. And Aurora's had a tough time shooting the three this weekend. Struggled a little bit yesterday, a couple, but had some open looks. And she's an outstanding three-point shooter. Can't make them all the time. Nobody's Steph Curry. Here comes Estes the other way. Kufeld lobs it free throw line for Weibel. Bounce pass over to Crasteel in the corner. Down low for Weibel. She banks and she misses an easy one. Rebound and put back off the glass and in. That is Camden Arnold who scores. So still no points by a starter, but they get on the board with 5 minutes to go here in the opening half. 25-2. Right side Odell with the basketball. Back out towards Thomas. On the left wing to Kerr. Kerr lobs it to Odell inside the three-point line. Penetrating, pulling up 5-footer. Good. Sydney Odell scores. First points by the Beat Diggers in the quarter. Back up by 25. It's 27-2. And Kufeld the other way. For Estes Park, bounce pass at the free throw line. Intercepted by Thomas. Long pass towards Maddie Kerr, and she traveled. Needed one dribble before she laid it up. And here comes Morelli Avicia into the game. For Estes Park, the Bobcats bring it the other way. With 4:20 to go, second quarter. Beat Diggers 27, the Bobcats 2. Left-handed dribble. Brown at the free throw line. Jump pass to Kufeld. She'll take the long shot. That's going to be short. Ball is headed out of bounds. Saved in by Kufeld, but to Molly Linka Brush. The front court for the Beat Diggers. She'll set up the offense. Bounce pass on the outside right to Odell. On the right baseline, here's Kendall Elliott. Lobs it down low for Link, but the pass is tipped out of bounds by Avicia. Beat Diggers retain possession. They got a break there because that pass was over the right hand of Link. And to throw it in will be Maddie Kerr. Kerr looking, lobs it into Kendall Elliott. Jump pass to Kerr. She's double teamed. She banks it in. I don't know how she put up that shot. Over two defenders, including one at 6'3". Nice job. From just a few feet away on the left side for Maddie Kerr. 29-2 Beat Diggers. 3:38 to go. Second quarter. Brown jump pass in the right corner. The shot is up and short, and the rebound put up and in. Missed by Kufeld, but put up and in by Weibel. And now they're pressing. Maddie Kerr in the backcourt. Over to Odell. Odell still in the backcourt to Thomas. Thomas will cross the line. On the high left to Kerr. Left baseline. Here's Lake. Dribbles, pulls up, banks, and misses. Gets the rebound. Throws it off the bottom of the rim. Kenzie Brown has it for Estes Park. The other way, here comes Brown. Brown on the outside right. Nearly foul. Puts up a runner from 10. Back rimmed it. Sydney Odell has the rebound for the Beat Diggers, her third. There's the outlet to Thomas. Under 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Thomas right of the lane is bodied up and fouled by Lindsay Kufeld. That's her second 1-and-1 situation. 7th team foul. And Tom stepped to the stripe for the Beat Diggers. Bill, Segelke, Sweeney, and Bull back in. Papa Murphy's Pizza makes it easy to feed the whole team. Everyone happy. Papa Murphy's in Sterling, 522. 4,900. Free throw by Thomas is off the back of the rim. Weibel has the rebound. And the outlet pass is thrown out of bounds. Turnover number 10 for Estes Park. The Beat Diggers only have 2. Bank of Colorado, local sports and academics, the family-friendly bank that believes in community first and providing customers with the best tools and service you deserve. bankofcolorado.com. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. Thomas straight away towards the left corner to Rule. Rule dribbles to her right, back out to Thomas. In the left corner for Rule. Rule to her right, over to Thomas. Swings it right side to Segelke. 2.5 to go. Free throw line for Bills. Back out to Segelke. Down low for Sweeney. Turns, shoots, and scores. Little 4-footer for Cammie Sweeney. She's got 4. The Beat Diggers lead 31-4. 2:12 second quarter. Brown near that left corner for Kufeld. Holding the ball up high. Dribbling to her right against Thomas. Swings it right side towards Baker. Intercepted by Bills. Here's Rule to Thomas. Dribbles, banks, and scores for the Beat Diggers. Thomas now with 3. The other way. Here comes Estes Park with 1:50 to go. Brown, free throw line for Weibel. Dribbles, jump pass towards Arnold. She didn't see it coming. It went out of bounds. And the Beat Diggers will have the basketball, leading 33-4. And Carly Crasteel is back in. There's the lob into Maddie Rule. Rule with the basketball on the outside left to Segelke. Fakes 3. Swings it to Thomas. Thomas back out to Segelke. On the right side towards Rule. Rule holding the ball up high at the free throw line for Sweeney. He's got to get rid of it. She's double teamed. Does to Thomas. Wide open left wing 3. And that's off the left side of the rim. And the ball's into the hands of Bills. And they will reset to Maddie Rule. Rule on the outside right. 1:16 to go. Rule with the basketball. Looking at the top. Here is Aurora Thomas. Thomas will back it up on the outside left now to Segelke. Over to Sweeney, top of the three-point circle, guarded by Crasteel, right side to Thomas. Lobs it right of the lane here to Bills. Dribbles, has the ball stripped from behind, but you were fouled by Jada Braggs. And Callie Bills with a 1-and-1. The Beat Diggers, with 1 minute to go, lead 33-4. Now the free throw to be attempted. Free throw by Bills is off the back of the rim. And the ball is rebounded over there by Anna Weibel. That's her 5th. Into the backcourt. Now dribbling across the timeline on the outside right, picked up by Rule. The jump pass taken by Brown. She has to retrieve it at midcourt. Outside right, dribbles right baseline, puts up a runner, and that's an air ball. Aurora Thomas has it for the Beat Diggers. Thomas across the timeline, 38 seconds to go. Thomas at the top for Bills, back to Thomas on the outside right to Segelke. Free throw line extended for Bills, back out to Segelke, dribbles in the right corner for Bills. Bills on the outside right to Segelke, outside left to Rule. At the free throw line for Sweeney, 15-footer is short, and Segelke went over the back and committed her 2nd foul. That'll be the Beat Diggers' 17th foul, so 1-and-1 here for Estes Park. And Jada Braggs with a free throw. She back rimmed it. Thomas with a rebound for the Beat Diggers. And the Beat Diggers have one final possession. Thomas with 9 seconds to go across midcourt. Thomas lobs it left side for Rule. Over to Thomas. Long 3. Good at the buzzer from about 25 for Aurora Thomas. The longest 3 she took in the opening half, one down. And the Beat Diggers with a 36-4 lead as we have hit the break. here in Estes. That means we take a 3-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Here we go to the third quarter as the Beat Diggers lead 36-4. And let's see what the Beat Diggers come out with here in the third. It'll be Quincy Segelke, along with Cammie Sweeney, Callie Bills, Aurora Thomas, and Maddie Rule. And for the Bobcats, they do have one player in foul trouble, and their 6'3 senior Anna Weibel out there with Kenzie Brown, Carly Crastille, Lindsay Kufeld, and Chelsea Neuendrop. And Weibel just a junior, by the way, not a senior. Here we go. Estes Park basketball. On the outside, Kufeld dribbles to her right against Thomas, picks up the dribble. Oh, then she threw an elbow into her. Wow. I mean, that was pretty obvious. So the offensive foul was called, and then she laughed about it. I don't know. That's ridiculous. I'd have taken her out of the game right there. That was pretty intentional. Bills at the top for Thomas, on the outside left for Maddie Rule. Towards Thomas. Thomas bounce pass outside right for Bills. Bills dribbling to her left. And then cross-court pass stolen by Crastille. She's going to go all the way, and she'll lay it up and in off the glass as the Beat Diggers commit their third turnover. Rush 36, Estes Park 6. On the high right, Rule with the basketball. In the right corner for Segelke, thinks about the three. At the top for Thomas. Lobs it, free throw line for Sweeney, double teamed. Jump pass to Bills, beautiful pass, but she banks and misses an easy one. Ball tipped to Sweeney, now to Maddie Rule, she banks and scores. Maddie Rule with 14. She's outscoring the Bobcats by herself. 38-6. At the free throw line, Weibel is double teamed, then stripped by Rule, but she got a piece of the wrist. Rule commits her first. And to throw it in will be Brown. Brown for Estes Park. In that left corner for Kufeld. Lobs it at the top for Crastille. Back to Brown. Or check that for Kufeld. Picks up the dribble. Baseball pass cross court. Tipped out of bounds by Bills. Intended for Kenzie Brown. And along the side of the front court, Crastille to throw it in. Lobs it down low for Weibel. Turns, banks, misses. Rebound to Aurora Thomas. Estes Park looking for a whistle. Thomas into the front court. Bounce pass right corner to Rule. Rule's going to spin out of traffic. Jump pass to Segelke. Free throw line Sweeney. 14-footer in and out. And Rule tried to save it in, but it was off Estes Park anyway. So it will be Beat Digger basketball. And to throw it in will be Maddie Rule. Rule to the right of the basket. Looking, still looking. Lobs it left of the lane for Bills. 10-footer off the glass. Good. That's a nice looking shot by Callie Bills using the backboard to score. Rush 40, Estes Park 6. 6:04 to go, third quarter. Lob right of the lane for Neuendrop all the way. Banks and misses. And the ball is loose, and a couple of bodies go flying. It's out of bounds off of Segelke. Bobcats retain possession. And no, it's going to be off of Estes Park. All right, Rule to throw it in. Over to Thomas. Thomas across the timeline, picked up by Brown. Chest pass left side and off Crastille, out of bounds, intended for Segelke. She made a nice play. The same attempt she made the previous time when she stole the ball and then drove it in for two. Segelke into Thomas. Thomas dribbling towards the top, bodied up by Brown in the right corner for Rule. Rule dribbles to her left. Back out towards Segelke. On the outside right to Thomas. Fakes the three. Right of the lane to Bills, right baseline to Sweeney. Back out towards Thomas on the high right with 5.5 to go. In the third, Sweeney in the right corner. Back towards Thomas, knocked out of bounds by Kufeld. Rush retains possession. 3/4 court. It'll be Segelke to throw it in. Looking, still looking. Lobs it to Rule. Rule dribbles towards the top, left of the lane, in the lane, tripped up by Kenzie Brown. That'll be her second foul, the team's third already. And Maddie Kerr will check in for Brush. Into the game for Maddie Rule. Kerr looking, still looking. Got to get rid of it, does. Left of the lane for Segelke, double team, and then bounces it into the backcourt. Thomas better touch, it's going to be an over and back anyway. But just to prevent it from being stolen, 4th turnover committed by the Bee Diggers. And Jada Braggs to throw it in along the side, 3/4 court for Estes Park. Pass into Weibel. Weibel towards the top. Lobs it down low, but it's intercepted by Bills. 14th miscue there for Estes Park. Maddie Kerr the other way, right side to Segelke, wide open threes. Well short off the bottom of the backboard. Rebounded by Braggs, and Estes Park wants to run, but the long pass is intercepted by Segelke. Then she traveled with the ball. Now the Bobcats to throw it in. 4:52 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Brush 40, Estes Park 6. Crastille looking, bounce pass along the baseline, knocked out of bounds by Segelke, intended for Weibel. And Estes Park will try it again. One thing, the boys' game will certainly be a lot more competitive in the left corner. Kufeld back out to Bragg, straight away to Weibel, fakes the three, dribbles to her right in the lane, scoops it up and misses. And the ball is rebounded along that left baseline by Neuendrop. Now the three is up and no good by Brown. The ball is tipped around in the hands of Weibel. She's fouled on the putback. Weibel to shoot 2. Bee Digger foul was on Callie Bills. That's her first. Now the junior at 6'3". Bends, shoots, misses off to the right. Estes Park is 0 out of 4 from the line. Now the second attempt by Weibel is up, and that is in. 40-7, and now I think we were waiting for substitutions. Yeah, Odell, Link, Unrein, and Elliott will come in for the Bee Diggers. Get the most comprehensive news, sports, and opinion for the South Platte Sentinel, southplattesentinel.com. And home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and the best prime rib and other great specials. Sounds great on Friday and Saturdays. That's Atwood Steakhouse. Unrein, right side to Odell. Dribbles to her right against Braggs. Picks up the dribble back out to Maddie Kerr. Kerr for Brush with 4:18 to go in the third to Elliott in the right corner. Back out to Unrein. Dribbles at the free throw line. Backs it out right side to Elliott. Penetrating side, looking down low. Bounce pass to Link. Link turns, leans. Bounce pass to Elliott. She lost the ball out of bounds. 4th turnover of the quarter by the Bee Diggers. 6th of the game, but none of this matters, at least in terms of score. And the clock is not restarted. Now it does restart. Here's Crastille. That's the only thing we need. Throws up a runner and misses. Start when this game is so out of hand. Link with a rebound. Unrein the other way. Unrein on the outside. Pass to Link. The free throw line right side to Odell. Maintains the dribble. Bounce pass towards Link. And it's intercepted by Kufeld. She's going to have to slow it down because she's got 3 Bee Diggers ahead of her. On the right side to Crastille. Back to Kufeld. Now to Crastille. Fakes the three on Unrein. Kufeld, long three. Hits the bottom of the net and goes out of bounds. Bee Diggers have the basketball with 3:28 to go in the third. Up by 33. They led 25-0 after a wall. And the game has essentially been over since then. Unrein, free throw line for Kerr, knocked away by Braggs. Unrein tries to chase it down, but she's out of bounds. And now the one thing that Brush is doing, they're committing a lot of turnovers here in the third quarter. You don't want to get sloppy. even with a big lead. That leads to some pretty bad habits. Annie Cerrone into the game for Estes Park, her first appearance. Braggs against Kerr, and then Kerr strips it away beautifully. Kerr's got to pick it up, though. Now she maintains the dribble, and then she's fouled before she banked and scored. No bucket. Oh, they're going to count the bucket. Boy, that looked like continuation. But the bucket is good for Maddie Kerr off the turnover. Oh, man, she was clearly bumped before that, but the foul was on Braggs, and the free throw is in and out. And the rebound to Weibel. That's her 7th. Into the front court. Maddie Kerr now with 7 points in the game. Weibel, long three. Yes. 6'3" junior scorer. She's got 6 of Estes Park's 10 points, and they're in double digits. Bee Diggers 42, the Bobcats 10. 2:46 to go in the third. Kerr on the high right to Odell. Dribbles against Braggs. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass right baseline for Elliott. Over to Kerr. Falls down. Throws it up anyway. Misses. Off the bottom of the rim. Carly Crastillo has it for Estes Park. Crastillo at the top. Swings it right side for Kufeld. Wide open three. She'll take it, and she'll miss it off to the right. Sydney Odell grabs her 4th rebound for Brush. Over to Maddie Kerr. Kerr chest pass to Unron. Down low for Link. Link turns, shoots, misses, in and out. Weibel grabs another rebound. That's her 8th for the Bobcats. On the outlet to Kufeld. 2:10 to go in the third. Bee Diggers by 32. Kufeld on the high right against Unrein. Swings it towards the top. It's Braggs. Bragg bounce pass down low to Cerrone. Jump pass to Weibel. She dribbles, leans, and misses as she's fouled. And the foul was on Sydney Odell, her 3rd. Weibel back to the line. Bobcats will make a couple of substitutions momentarily. Free throw by Weibel is in. He has 7 of the 11 points. Lucy Baker and Kenzie Brown are in for Estes Park. Another free throw upcoming. And that one is up, and that one is in and out. Kendall Elliott grabs the board for the Bee Diggers. On the outlet to Odell, back to Unrein. 1:52 to go. Third quarter. 42-11. On the outside right, Kerr dribbles into the lane, 12-footer, back rimmed it. Carly Crastillo with a long rebound, and Kerr's hurt. I think she turned her right ankle. She is in excruciating pain out there to the right of the free throw line. Yeah, grabbing that right ankle. She's going to need some attention there. And let's take a 2-minute break with 1:42 to go in the third. 2-minute break. It's Brush 42, Estes Park 11 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Anna Weibel nails 2 free throws right into the break as Haley Unrein committed a foul. Sydney Odell in the front court. 42-13 Brush. 1:27 to go in the third. Elliott shot is up and in. Little 7-footer for Kendall Elliott. Maddie Kerr was carried off the court. Could not put any weight on that right ankle. And my guess, as the shot is blocked left baseline by Elliott, taken over there by Cerrone. Here's Weibel, 3-pointer. That is missed, and the ball is loose, and Carly Crastillo is going to chase it down for Estes Park. Yeah, my guess is that when she came down after attempting the shot, she landed on somebody's foot, and now foul committed by Unrein. That foul will send Lucy Baker to the line. Unrein commits her 2nd foul in the last 45 seconds of play here. 44-13 Brush. Yeah, she had to have come down on somebody's foot. And I doubt she'll be back in this game. Free throws in and out for Baker. There's no need to come back into the game. Lauren Berg's already out with a sprained ankle. She did play on Tuesday, scored 18 points, but last night limited in minutes and tallied just 3. So she's not in uniform today. 2nd free throw is a brick, and it hit nothing but glass. That means the Bee Diggers will have the basketball. You got to hit rim. If not, you can't fight for that rebound. And now Estes Park, for some reason, calls a 30-second timeout. 56.1 seconds to go, third quarter. Bee Diggers up 44-13. Boys game will start after 4 o'clock. And that should be a lot more entertaining than, unfortunately, what we've seen here with the Bee Diggers up 25-0 after the opening 8 minutes. And you still have 24 minutes of basketball to play at that point. The game's already over. Here you still have 8 minutes and 56 seconds of basketball. And the lead is 31. Kenzie Brown, Carly Crastille, Anna Cerrone, and a Weibel and Lucy Baker for Estes Park. Now Ashley Hinojos into the game for Brush. Unrein into Odell. Back to Unrein, now to Elliott. Hinojos front court to Link. Link with a basketball on the high right. Lobs it to Hinojos off her right hand, but chased down by Unrein. Unrein with a basketball to Hinojos. 39 seconds to go. Lobs it to Link. Takes a three, and that one is good. Molly Link hits the triple. And Link scores for the first time in the game. 47-13, 24 seconds to go. Baker left side, free throw line for Weibel. Weibel lobs it inside, goes through two players. Crastille picks it up, she misses. And Sydney Odell has it for the Beat-Diggers. That's her fifth board. Here is Unrein into the front court. 12 seconds to go, left of the lane. Unrein then had it stripped from behind and taken by Baker. She looks up at the clock, and Lucy Baker has it stripped from behind, out of bounds by Unrein. 3.9 seconds to go. Could be a long fourth quarter. The Beat-Diggers have committed 5 team fouls. Estes Park has 4, unless there's a clean 2 to 3 minutes at some point. There's the lob to Weibel. She'll take the three, and that's back rimmed. Rebound to Cerrone. She puts it up, and it's short. There's a foul at the buzzer, so he will have free throws. Quarter's not over yet, but we will take a break. Yeah, let's wait till the free throws are made. Foul committed. And the free throw is in by Cerrone. Yeah, the foul's not been posted yet. But it was a Beat-Digger foul. Second is short. All right, we played 3 quarters. A 1-minute break with a score. Brush 47, Estes Park 14. This is 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com. Quincy Segelke has the basketball for the Beat-Diggers beginning the fourth. Aurora Thomas straight away 3. That's off the back of the rim. And Anna Weibel tries to chase it down. I don't know why, because nobody touched it for Brush. But because she tried to chase it down and got a hand on the ball, it stays with the Beat-Diggers because it stayed out of bounds. Maddie Rule, Quincy Segelke, Aurora Thomas, Cammie Sweeney, and Callie Bills for Brush. Thomas, free throw line. Segelke steps in, 14-footer in and out. Weibel grabs her 10th rebound for Estes Park. Well, she's an excellent player, but has very little help on this team. Weibel in the lane is fouled. I think Thomas got a hand in there. And back to the line is Weibel. They got to stop fouling her because she's been to the line way too many times. This will be the 9th and 10th free throws she's attempted in the game. And that one's up and off to the left. 4 out of 9 from the line. There's Anna Weibel. Second free throw is up and in. Brush 47, Estes Park 15. Long pass to Thomas in the right corner. Down low for Sweeney. Banks and scores. The Beat-Diggers easily beat the pressure. They outscored Estes Park only 11-10 in the third. Kenzie Brown the other way. 7:15 to go in the game. Brown crossover dribble, jump pass over the head of Kufeld into the Estes Park bench. And laughter about the turnover. I don't get it. 17 turnovers for Estes Park, but well, the Beat-Diggers come the other way with Maddie Rule. Rule spinning. Well, I guess that's why the Bobcats were 1-10, and the foul. Brown commits the foul. That'll be the 5th team foul. Jada Braggs into the game for the Bobcats. Kenzie Brown checks out. Segelke to throw it in near the right corner for Rule. Back out to Segelke. Left wing Thomas, wide open three-pointer. Good. Aurora Thomas drills the three, her second of the game. She's got 9 points. 52-15 Brush. Crastille lobs it at the top for Weibel. Jump pass inside over the left hand of Newen, drop out of bounds. B. Digger basketball. Still have 6:42 to go in the game. Roll for Brush into the front court, at the top, at the free throw line to Bills. Bills cross court to Segelke. She banks and misses from 10. Rebound to Segelke. Has the shot blocked by Weibel. Excellent block taken away by Kufeld. Crasteel into Weibel. Weibel is fouled as she misses, and she'll go to the line. The B-Digger still playing very aggressive defensively. And the foul's on Segelke. That'll be her third. And 2 free throws here for the junior. And that one is up and in and out. Accidents and illness can strike at any time. Day and night, every second counts. Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any type of emergency as a level 3 trauma center. Colorado Plains Medical Center. Second free throw is in. The B-Digger lead is at 36 with an eternity of time to go. 6:15. Thomas, another 3. Air ball. Segelke saves it in off a Bobcat head out of bounds. And 3/4 court. It'll be ruled to throw it in. Odell checks into the game for Thomas. Thomas, 3-pointer. She traveled. The B-Diggers commit their 10th. It feels like a library in here. With 6:04 to go, and Brush up by 36. Crasteel baseball pass, cross court to Braggs, back out to Kufeld. Swings it towards the left side, poked away by Segelke. Chased down by Crasteel. The B-Diggers do have 18 fouls, so they want to stay away from committing any more and just sending this team to the line. Weibel right baseline leans and misses, and the ball's out of bounds. It is off of Neuendrop of Estes Park. And Maddie Rule to throw it in. Yeah, I'm guessing official start time for the boys' game will be at about 10 after 4, maybe as early as 5 after. Here's Rule, right corner for Segelke. Segelke bounce pass to Bill. She puts it up and misses from 4. However, the ball is tipped into the hands of Maddie Rule. She'll back it out to Odell. Odell against Braggs, dribbling right side, shoots and misses from 15. Got the right side of the rim, and the rebound is controlled by Neuendrop. Crasteel crossing the timeline for the Bobcats, met by Odell, dribbling to her right. Jump pass down low off the hands of Neuendrop, out of bounds. Unofficially, 19 turnovers for the Bobcats. That's 3 more than the amount of points they've scored, and Molly Link is into the game for Cammie Sweeney. And here comes Maddie Rule. Rule for Brush at the top. Chest pass, left corner for Link. Link looking down low. Bounce pass to Bills. Bills cross-court bounce pass to Segelke. Segelke has the shot blocked, and Neuendrop has it for Estes Park. Braggs in the backcourt. Dribbles across the timeline. Bounces it off the foot of a teammate, then it deflects right back to her. Crasteel lob to Weibel at the free throw line. Jump pass down low, knocked away by Rule, out of bounds. Bobcats maintain possession with 4:35 to go. And still a 36-point B-Digger lead. Braggs to throw it in. On the outside right, Kufeld, 3 in the air, back rimmed it. Molly Link grabs her 6th board for Brush. On the outlet to Odell. Odell across the timeline for the B-Diggers, met by Kufeld, dribbles right to the free throw line and stripped by Braggs. Braggs with Rule catching up, pokes it out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. And Kendall Elliott will check in for Quincy Segelke. And Crasteel to throw it in. Crasteel looking. Lobs it near the top for Braggs. Left side for Kufeld. Back to Weibel. Left wing 3. It's off the bottom of the backboard. Sydney Odell's got another rebound. That's her 6th. Elliott front court to Rule. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Brush 52, Estes Park 16. Odell lobs it left baseline for Link. Dribbles, puts it up, fouled by Weibel. She misses. Nice left-handed attempt there by Link. She'll go to the line. Weibel with her 4th. She committed 3 in the opening quarter. And now the junior for Brush will attempt a deuce, and her first free throw is up and off the right side of the rim. Second free throw upcoming. Haley Unrein now in for Brush. 3 substitutions made by the Bobcats. Now Weibel is not out. Now out, and that's a good thing for Brush because she's a tough player. Really good player. Second free throw, Link is up and in. Link with 4. 53-16. Baker with a basketball. Has the ball go through her hands, but it's saved by a teammate. Back to Baker. Straight away to Brown. On the outside right to Kufeld. Lobs it cross court to Crasteel. Bounce pass to Baker. 12-footer. Back rimmed it. Ball is loose. Picked up by Kufeld. And they will reset. Kufeld then tied up at the free throw line. Possession arrow stays with Estes Park. Nice job by Elliott. Haven't had too many jump ball situations. Amber Stratman and Ashley Hinojols will check in for Brush. Bills and Odell are out. Inbounds by Crasteel. Crasteel lobs it for Kufeld. Swings it left side to Brown. Dribbles. 15-foot runners off the back of the rim. And Elliott has it for the Bead Diggers. And then the ball was knocked off of Elliott. So once again, it'll be Bobcat basketball. 3:24 to go in the game. Brown to trade left side to Crasteel. Behind the three-point line. Baseball pass taken by Avicia. Avicia right of the lane. Double teamed. Looking. Still looking. Spins. Back out to Crasteel. She'll take a long three, and it's off the front of the rim. And the rebound into the hands of Hinojosa Brush. On the outlet to Elliott. Right baseline. Here is Unrein. Dribbles to Link. 15-footer. Book it for Molly Link. She now has 6. The Beat Diggers lead 55-16. Under 3 to go. Kenzie Brown for Estes Park against Hinojosa. Swings it right side. Kufeld. Right corner. 3. Good. Her first points of the game. 55-19. Hinojosa's cross-court pass, ill-advised, intercepted by Crasteel. Crasteel crossover dribble, left-handed layup, too strong. Rebound to Kufeld. Now she'll back up for another 3, and she misses, back rimmed it. Kendall Elliott grabs it for Brush. The Diggers come the other way. With the basketball is Unrein over to Hinojosa, 2:12 to go. And the Beat Diggers up. It says 55-18, by the way. I wonder why I marked that a 3 and it should have been a 2. In the lane, the turnaround by Elliott is around and good. Kendall Elliott scores. And for Kendall Elliott, she's got 4 in the game. 57-18. With the basketball, Kufeld penetrating and fouled along the right baseline by Stratman. And free throws coming up. Yeah, that must have been, let's see. Yep, I guess that was a 2 for Kufeld, not a 3. Because there's only 18 on the board instead of 19. The free throw is up and back rimmed it. Rebound to Weibel. Puts it up and in, and she's fouled. Molly Link committed the foul. As Weibel stepped into the game after taking a rest. Now it's 57-20. With 1:45 remaining. Free throw is up, and that is off to the left. Hinojosa has the rebound for Brush. Across the timeline, Hinojosa picks up the dribble with Brush up by 37 over to Unrein at the top for Stratman. Stripped away and stolen by Crasteel. She's fouled by Unrein as she tried to lay it in. So Crasteel will shoot 2. Unrein commits her 3rd. Free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Got 1:29 to go. 10 fouls committed by Brush in his half. This free throw is up and in and out. Rebound, Weibel banks, and she misses. And then Molly Link has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. Nice job boxing out there. Molly Link has her 7th board. Elliott to the high left. Left corner, Stratman looking down low. Swings it back near the top to Link. Link lobs it right baseline for Elliott. Elliott dribbles, leans, banks, and scores. Little 7-footer for Kendall Elliott. She's got 6. 59-20, under a minute to go in the game. Brown inside to Neuendrop, and she's fouled. Oh, boy. 56.6 to go. I think Hinojosa might have got her there inadvertently. And now Neuendrop to the line, double bonus. And the free throw is good. First point of the game for Neuendrop. Second free throw is in. 59-22. Let's see if we can have some clean basketball without a stoppage. On the outside right, Hinojosa. Back out to Unrein. Right corner towards Link, and it's off her hands out of bounds. Beat Diggers turn it over for a 12th time in the half, but they only had 2 at the half. They got 14 now in the game. Crastille the other way with 36 seconds to go. Left to the lane, and then she's fouled. And a lot of reach. A lot of reaching. Hinojosa committed the foul, her second. Yeah, you want to play feet. This is about the feet, not about the hands. So Crastille to shoot 2. And this free throw is in. Yeah, that's the one negative for Brush in this quarter. This will be the 12th free throw attempted by Estes Park. That's just way too many. Not if you're going to be playing defense. That's in as well. 59-24, 30 seconds to go. Unrein to her left. Back out to Hinojosa. Straight away to Molly Link. She dribbles. 15-foot pull-up. In and out. And a Weibel grabs the rebound, and she's fouled in the backcourt. 75 feet away from the basket. And Weibel grabs her 13th rebound. And that one was on Kendall Elliott. Only her first foul. 19.6 seconds to go. And 2 more free throws. And she's attempted a ton in this half. That free throw is in. This will be the 13th free throw for Weibel in this half. 15 in the game. And that's up, and that is going to be short. Ball is tipped out of bounds off of Neuendrop, and now the Beat Diggers have it. Up 59-25 with 18.9 seconds to go. There's the inbounds into Unrein. Unrein into the front court, bodied up by Brown, picks up the dribble at the free throw line for Elliott, right baseline Link. Link dribbles, needs to back it out, does to Elliott. 15-footer is banked in. It rattled around for Kendall Elliott. Those will be the final points of this game. Elliott put together a very nice fourth quarter with 6. Brush is 14 points. And the Beat Diggers win the game this afternoon, 61-25 as expected. They pick up their 8th victory of the year. So let's take a break here momentarily. It'll be a 3-minute break. Rush 61, Estes Park 25. A 3-minute break, then we'll wrap it up after this. We'll name our player of the game as well on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beat Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. DZ's Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan. Your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. Mr. DZ's Home Center. Lady Beat Diggers win the game 61-25. The game was over early. 25-0 after one quarter. 36-4 at the break. Then outscored the Bobcats 11-10 in the third and 14-11 in the fourth. And the Beat Diggers had 9 players in the scoring column this afternoon, led by Maddie Rule with 14. 9 points in the game from Aurora Thomas. Kendall Elliott off the bench had 8. Maddie Kerr was 7. She did turn an ankle, was carried off the court. Hopefully she'll be available in the next week or so. The way she was carried, I don't think she'd be playing next Tuesday against University, but we'll see. Cammie Sweeney was 6 points. Also with 6 was Molly Link. 5 in the game for Quincy Segelke. Callie Bills with 4 and Sydney Odell with 2. For Estes, Anna Weibel led the way with 15. Then next up was Carly Crasteel with 4. Lindsay Kufeld at 2, as did Camden Arnold and Chelsea Neuendrop. 1 free throw in the game by Annie Cerrone. 19 turnovers for the Bobcats, 14 for the Bead Diggers. The Bead Diggers with a 36-29 rebounding advantage, that is. Molly Link led Brush with 7. Odell and Sweeney had 6 apiece. Anna Weibel had 13 of Estes Park's 29 boards. At the free throw line, the Bead Diggers 8 out of 15, so they were a shade above 50%. And Estes Park 12 out of 27. They attempted 24 free throws in the second half. That's one thing you don't want to see when you've got the lead, just playing too much defense with your hands and not enough with your feet. Bead Digger Player of the Game is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. Player of the game is going to be Maddie Rule, because with the Bead Diggers up 25-0 in the opening quarter, she provided 12 of those points. She set the tone, played some outstanding defense, and made this into an 8-minute game, allowing the Bead Diggers to improve to 7-3 in Patriot League play, 8-4 overall. Estes Park is now 1-8 in league play and 1-11 on the season. By the way, with the boys coming up now, Brush has won 2 consecutive games, including an impressive 47-36 victory last night in Strasburg against the Indians. They closed the game on a 21-2 run that started late in the third quarter. They held Strasburg scoreless over the final 6+ minutes of the game. Just an incredible defensive performance. Estes Park lost by 25 to Eaton last night. They're 2-6 in league play and 3-7 overall. So we'll have the boys coming up in just a few minutes after the girls won 61-25. A reminder, you can always follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports. Our Facebook page is 1010 KSIR Sports. And as quickly as we can, so we have multiple teams we cover, we upload the audio to our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube, besides the aforementioned social media sites. All right, let's take a 3-minute break. We're back in 3 minutes. We'll have the starting lineups and the second half of our doubleheader between Brush and Estes Park from Estes Park on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.